I have a problem. The issue is my landlord called and said, Casey, the wood in the basement is out of control. You have to clean it up. So today, I'm going to work on that a little. I have this little stack of white oak that I'm going to attempt to turn into a table. I'm going to use a new finish on it as well. First, I lay out all the pieces and decide which boards will create which part of the table. Top, leg, leg, glue together and make a leg, cross pieces, extra pieces for when I screw up. Now, let's make a table. I need to resaw each piece to have enough wood to make the top. I'm going to use relative measurement to create the legs. The tabletop is 1.5 centimeters tall. I'm going to make the legs 1.5 centimeters square. Please comment below with your feelings on the metric system. So I'm over here kind of planning everything out, and I think I'm a piece short. I think this might be the right size. I might have to make this smaller. In the end, I actually had all the pieces I needed. This was the moment where things started to fall apart. I did that thing I do, and I messed up. This is supposed to be as long as this piece right here. There's going to be a through mortise and tenon on the top, but I cut it to the length for in between. So now I'm going to use butt joint. Joints and some dowels, and it'll look just as good, and we'll go from there. Mistakes didn't end here, but I'll let you know about that in the future. So yesterday was a disaster. I cut the base pieces all wrong and have to change from using bridle joints to using dowels. I cut all my half laps too wide, so now I have to fill all the gaps when I glue them up. And then my center divider, I did not cut in the center, so now I get to fill that and recut it. Let's get going. I got a lot to fix. The good news, it's sunny out, it's supposed to rain, so I can do this right now. So I call that a win. To a better day. Maybe 2 days. I'm probably not getting this all done today. My first order of business is filling in the miscut gaps in the cross pieces. You like my light switches? Welcome to the land of mistake fixing. Right here, you have 2 filled in gaps. Both pieces fit. I'll need to do a little gap filling around them, add a little glue, and we're good to go. I next sand each piece to 180 grit before I assemble all the parts. Before I attempt to dowel the frame pieces, I'm going to pre-glue each joint so it'll make my life easier when I'm doweling. I'm going to put through dowels and then plug the hole. So I've made the executive decision to use brass screws instead of dowels to secure each piece. So using screws has created an issue with attaching the legs, but I'm not going to deal with that until I get to that point. Okay, let's screw. Now it's time to attach the legs and the base. With the brass screws already in there, I won't be able to put the dowels in as deep as I'd like. If it's not stable enough after I glue, I'm going to shoot pin nails into each joint, and hopefully that will secure it better. Attaching the legs was an adventure I don't want to relive. The process was infinitely more difficult than I anticipated. It took me twice as long as I had planned to attach all the legs. I foreshadowed my issues earlier by using the brass screws instead of dowels, so now I'm paying for it. I'm only able to insert each dowel about 1/4 of an inch. This one's going to be tricky. I had to oversize the hole, and now the dowel moves, which is what I wanted because I couldn't get everything flush. So I'm going to use a combination of CA glue and wood glue and hopefully make this work and help it stand long enough for me to clamp it. Then, at 3 a.m., while the world is asleep, I decide it's the perfect time to glue in the cross pieces. I have to be whisper quiet so I don't disturb the neighbors sleeping right below me. That's not supposed to be like that. Since the legs are no longer attached, I take that as an opportunity to fill in the large gaps I created while cutting the cross pieces. Now that I've learned that the leg joints aren't very strong, I'm going to use my friend the pin nailer to reinforce each joint. Here goes nothing. I use 5-minute epoxy as a quick fix to attach the legs that fell off. This will hopefully work out far better than the first time I attempted to attach the legs. Earlier, I said we're going to try out a new finish on this project, and that finish is soap. Pure soap flakes. This feels amazing. If you're looking for a super easy finish that feels really good, highly recommend soap. Now let's attach the top and we can be done with this. And this is where this table will live, right in my little office area. I have big plans for this spot right here.